What is up, my veggies? My name is VTR, and welcome back to another movie. Today we're reviewing another 2020 movie. Technically not a 2020 movie, but it's complicated. But this movie, okay, let me read this. I have the thing here. Okay, it was an American-Chinese animated movie that was released. It says the film premiered at the an animation film festival in 2012 of 2017. Then released in theaters and everything on July 21st on 2018, and then July 24th on Netflix in the US in 2020. That's why I'm counting it as a 2020 movie, because it's when it came out for me, and when I saw it and everything. And I I just watched it with a group of friends. And going into this, the movie is, I don't know if I've even said the title of the movie. The movie's called Animal Crackers. I'll probably put like Netflix's Animal Crackers, because I know there's a movie from like the 1960s with the same name. This movie, I went into this with the lowest expectations. Like, I didn't really know much about it. I heard some talk about. I heard like when it was announced a while back that this was being made or something like that. I remember reading something. And this movie is basically this. The story is this couple, this family winds up going back to this circus that they used to go to when they were kids, and that his family has passed on, and they're gonna take it back up, and then there's these magical animal crackers that turn them into whatever animal they eat the cookie of, which is an interesting concept. And I don't know what else you would do with a movie based on animal crackers. So it's an interesting concept. This movie has an all-star cast, by the way. Like, legit, there's John Krasinski, the Office guy. I don't know how to say his name. Emily Blunt, Danny DeVito, Gilbert Gottfried, Ian McKellen, Sylvester Stallone, Raven Simone, and Patrick Warburton, for Pete's sake. And Tara Strong is in this as well. Like, I didn't even know that till I was going through the credits of this movie. I was like, that was Tara Strong? Like, the cast definitely is, it's an all-star cast. And we started off with the animation. My friend was telling me about it before we started watching it, and I was straight up like, the animation for this movie is bad. He told me it was bad and everything. I was like, okay, I'm worried. Got into it. It's not Pixar quality animation. It's not Pixar quality animation. It's not the best animated content I have ever seen, but it's like, come on. It's not that bad. Like in the slightest. It's not that bad. It's not that bad at all. Look, it's decent. It's decent animation. The movie's animated decently. It's not horrible animation. The character designs are a little And it's so one thing I want to talk about is the fact that this movie has a little bit of a musical. It's a couple musical numbers from the villain in this. They're really bad. Like, the musical numbers from the villain, he's the only one who has musical numbers for some reason, and they're really bad. They're really bad musical numbers. That's probably the biggest thing with this. There's actually some actual comedy in this that I did find funny. A lot of the jokes are basically, this is a generic kids film. Like, this is something a kid is gonna sit down and really enjoy, and it's definitely nowhere near Emoji Movie levels of bad. Do I think this is really a good movie? It's a fine movie. It's passable. It's enjoyable. It's got a great cast of characters. It's got some alright emotion. The end of the movie is literal. enjoyment. Like the final act is literally a bunch of wackiness and epicness. It's a lot of fun. Now the circus movie with animals, I'd say Madagascar 3 did it better. Because I really like Madagascar 3. Maybe I'll review the Madagascar series eventually. But that movie was definitely not something I was like in love with. Like it's not a. So this concept is bringing. It's not like ripping that movie off completely. But this concept is definitely interesting, and it brings its own thing to the table. Like I said, this movie, it's well animated and surprisingly has a decent score on Rotten Tomatoes. A 64 critic meter and a 79 audience, which is good. Obviously, it's really enjoyable. Like I had a lot of fun with it. Like it's one of those movies like this is for kids, and like none of the I don't remember there being like any. There's like a poop joke that happens, but I don't remember there being really a fart joke or anything like that. So like there's not really those movies that I straight up hate. So that's a good thing. Like I said, the animation's pretty decent. The comedy's fine. It's just generic kids movie stuff. It's fine. It's nothing crazy or amazing to write home about. And a lot of people are saying that the movie sucked. My friend literally I was watching the movie with, he's like, well, that movie sucked. I'm like, it was fine. No, it's nothing to hate on. Like, it's an enjoyable film. Like, I had fun with this. And I definitely would watch this again. Like, if it did Blu-ray, I would definitely buy it on Blu-ray. Definitely would. There are so many things that I wouldn't have enjoyed if they would have went certain ways, and some things do. There's no big twist like this happens with a character or nothing like that. You know what you're getting with this. It's a fun kids movie. Yes, it's generic. Yes, it's I wouldn't say it's predictable like the last two movies I've reviewed, but it definitely has fun with what it's doing. It's not taking itself too seriously. It barely has any emotional moments. There's like an emotional moment where you, like, this movie knows what you're here for. You're watching a movie called Animal Crackers, for Pete's sake. Like, there's nothing crazy to expect about this film, and it's really just interesting. It's really just one of those movies that you just gotta have fun with. Don't think too much on while you're watching it. It's definitely something that I enjoyed sitting down and enjoying. It wasn't awful. It was just enjoyable. It's not bad, and I'd give this a solid 3.5 out of 5. It's not bad. It's enjoyable. It's not great. It's all right. I enjoyed the movie, and let's hope the next 2020 movie I have to review is also something worth reviewing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!